Good morning, communities. RJ back with another video, so let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt item of the day from 2001 Fleer Greats of the Game base card. Fleer Greats of the Game. I love Mike, baseball collector, Mike Moynihan. He is a big autograph collector. He gets all kinds of amazing autograph runs. More power to him. I don't have that ability. But Greats of the Game is one of those that screams for an autograph. They did this, I think, specifically for that purpose. And Mike has most of these. It's one of those things I want to get, but they're usually insanely expensive. If you want a Mike Schmidt autograph, there's other autographs you can have for like half that price. But one of these days I'll get it. But this is just a base card, 2001 Fleer Greats. Today's random baseball item of the day, a CD which houses the audio recording from 1939 of the Hall of Fame dedication ceremony. So the enshrining of individuals in the Hall of Fame by electoral process and by name happened in 1936. That was the first class. But the building itself that we now know as the Hall of Fame did not come into being until 1939. And I think they did that on purpose. You can see here the centennial of baseball. 1839 was the purported date that Abner Doubleday created the baseball. So this is an audio CD that recreates, or it's a reproduction of the audio of a broadcast. Some radio station, CBS, NBC, one of those radio stations was broadcasting the festivities live from Cooperstown in 1939, and it follows a couple things. Has the speeches given by the living inductees, although Ty Cobb was not there because he actually was late. The famous picture of the Hall of Famers does not include Ty Cobb. Ty Cobb was late to the party, but he did show up, and he is on the audio CD. And in fact, they have a lot of other things. One of the things they have is they had reenactments of old style baseball. So they actually, today we can still see that today. You can go out there, you can see baseball as it was played in the 1850s. They had that on this day, and then they actually had a modern day all-star game. Members from each team sent representatives, even though I think they might have had the day off to celebrate the Hall of Fame induction. But anyway, this is what the program from that day looked like. That's what the cover photo is. I do have a replica of that program in my collection, not an original copy though, but just a random baseball item for you to look at today. Today's trivia question. On Monday, I skipped the This Day in Baseball History because I was highlighting Gettysburg Eddie. But we're going to go jump back to This Day in Baseball History. So on this day in baseball history, May the 14th, two different dates because of the grandness of the milestones achieved. So on this day in baseball history, May the 14th, 1920, this Hall of Fame pitcher notched his 300th win. And on this day in baseball history, May the 14th, 1967, this future Hall of Famer hit his 500th home run. Two legendary players, name both of them. What you're playing for, I actually had given this away once before, but it was never claimed. The person who won it did not give me their mailing address, so it's up for grabs again. From 2014 Panini Golden Age, that's two different stamp sheets. Steve Carlton, Phil Niekro, Juan Marichal, and Tom Seaver, four amazing Hall of Fame pitchers, as well as Nolan Ryan, Reggie Jackson, Bill Mazeroski, and Richie Ashburn, another four legendary Hall of Famers. So 8 players, 2 stamp sheets that you're playing for. All you got to do is send me an email with the correct answer, or give just an email with a good guess. I will include my email in the description below, along with a repeat of that question. You will have today and tomorrow to answer. We will pick a winner on Sunday, all right? Good luck to everybody on that one. So, today, Mail day for me. I got an unsolicited mail from a good supporter of my channel. I'm going to include the link below, but shout out today to Ken over at Pastor Ken's Cardboards. Ken, you and I still got to arrange a trip to a minor league game this year. So if you're watching this, you got my email. Shoot me another email. Let's try and get together. The season's slipping by. Anyway, he was nice enough to include for me three not unique items, but three interesting items, I should say. So, the first, yes, Ken, I already have this, a Mike Schmidt sticker, I believe from 1987. No, not 1984 Topps. 1984 Topps All-Star sticker of Mike Schmidt. The foils were the All-Star stickers. I love to show this on stickers. So in the back, 1984, Topps was printing stickers in Italy, made in Italy. The company that made stickers for Topps in the 1980s was a company known as Panini. Now, I do not know when or how Panini went from making stickers for Topps to being the parent company of Donruss and Leaf in today's world, but Panini is the same company, I think. So, made in Italy by the Panini company, these stickers were. Interesting thought. The other thing Ken sent me, you'll recognize this one instantly. A Dick Allen card on the Phillies. Great little 76 patch there on the sleeve. Obviously made by Scott Reindeer Studios. You see here, it's number 5 of 50. Thank you very much, Ken, for thinking of me on this one. Thank you very much for Scott for making this fantastic image. Little thing about Scott's cards. I had not ever purchased a Scott card. He's been making them for a long time, many years. Really hadn't bothered to buy any for a couple reasons. I am a set collector. I do not like random cards. Random cards in my collection don't feel right. I don't care if it's a really, really valuable card. If it's a random card that has no fit in any set of mine, it irks me. I don't understand it. A lot of times I'll just give those away or trade those or sell those. I just don't like it. But you know, the card that Ken sent me works out good because I do enjoy Phillies cards. So we got an awesome card featuring Philly, so that will find a place in my collection. Now, like I said, I never bought cards from Scott before. I had met Scott last year at the National. I did not go to the National last year. I went to the YouTube gathering last year. I was able to meet several people in person, just say hi, hello. I really didn't have a venue to stay over. I didn't spend time outside of the YouTube gathering with anybody. Stayed there, went home the next day. But at least I made it. But I met Scott, and he handed me a bag with 2 cards in it. One was Bryce Harper. I can't remember the other one because I promptly lost that bag. In fact, I walked out of there with having neither card. Always desired to go get another card. Never did, but thanks to Ken, I have one now. More on this fact regarding Scott on Friday. Tune back again. So that's 2 things he gave me, Ken did. The other one was a really cool thing I'm going to have to do. And maybe when I'm done, I might just pass this on. So here it is. 1001 baseball questions your friends can't answer. It's a trivia test. Believe it or not, it's a test. So in essence, there's actually more than 1,000 questions, but there are 10 chapters, and each chapter has 100 baseball questions, okay? At the end, you're supposed to figure out what your quote-unquote batting average is, or in essence, how many did you get right out of those 100? and then go on to the next 100. So there are over 1,000 questions in this book. And the question is, how many can you get right? So I don't know if Ken ever did this. I'll have to reach back to him and find out. I have not yet taken the quiz. I will say this, I did the first 5, that's all, and got 4 out of the 5 right. So I'm hoping I'll do pretty good. But again, the whole point is it's a really cool thing to do, I think. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this, and thank you very much to Ken for helping out, for thinking of this and sending this to me my way. So I got this awesome stuff from Ken. Shout out to Ken over at Pastor Ken's Curveballs. I'm going to include a link to his channel in the description below. All right, so please check out Pastor Ken's Curveballs. That'd be lovely. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. That's all I have for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. I really do appreciate your support as I try my best support of this great card me narrate. Come back again on Friday. We got one more. Otherwise, have a great week and take care.